Acrisure Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Pittsburgh Panthers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Checking in with the Yellow Jackets head coach before the game. The message to his team this week is we have got to dominate. They've already got one loss in conference play, and as the defending national champions, it's a little shocking for this early in the season. He understands there is no room for error, so that's why they have really worked on getting off to a quick start here in the first quarter. Their script is tight. He said we've worked on it a ton, and our quarterback and I are on the same page with the play calls. We'll see if that plays out here in the first quarter. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And he's coming out of the end zone. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And this place was going bananas. It was going nuts. The atmosphere was incredible. But how about the visitors setting the tone? The opening kickoff return, taking it back to the house. And now, guys, it's gotten really, really quiet.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He's going to go for a big one. He's got it down the left. Hits the afterburners. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Breaks into the open. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the 1st down.
Oftentimes when offenses get a 1st down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Looking downfield, it's Duckworth. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th. Could be an alley. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play. Or
what a job to lay out and make the catch. Pitt pushing the pace.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. On the move. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. 3rd and long right here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field.
And how about this running back, man? Coming into the game, we knew he would be a focal point of this offense. But through the air, like not on the ground right now, they're finding ways to get him the football out in space to do some damage. And
throws toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. First down, he'll keep it. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Got an alley. Got enough for the first down. Maybe a crease. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Fires immediately. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. A first down run in the red zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Wants to throw one first. He fires one deep over the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
And you never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. He wants to throw it again. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Second and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He's changing the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going to run it. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Booster. From the red zone, looking for a space. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the field.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Snapped it in the shotgun. Oh, pressure's coming. Trying to get away. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Panthers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. This is a designed run. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To throw, it's Duckworth. Buying a little time to his left. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on 4th. Escapes the pressure to his right. At the 45 on his way. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Got it in the middle. It's Bear. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. Looking for running room. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Yellow Jackets back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Pitt calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. First play of this drive. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's out of bounds right at the 15.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Trying to get the corner. Plows through the defense. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
And nice job by the defense. The quarterbacks had some good success running the football. All eyes on him. They were locked in. They had nowhere to go with the football. And
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores. And it's the Tigers eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Hit right back to the line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to go up top on second down. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play. But instead, he gives up the big safety.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Duckworth. The throw to the outside is complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Long way to go on second down. Quick give. Breaks the tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Extending the play. He turns it loose to the left. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Needs it here on 4th down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The give to the back. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Smith takes the handoff. Turning it on! And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run it. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He'll take it himself. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
These are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Pitt pushing the pace.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to run, it's Smith. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. The fake and wants to throw. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Unloads to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Following the play, there is a Pitt Panther slow to get up. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Duckworth. The screen, he's got wheels. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the right. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw for it. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Looking left. A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Smith. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Give to the running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Making the adjustment. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Lucky to get it off.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right?
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Right back to it. They went right right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches.